communication starts off with an issue. Whether it's a small issue, a big issue, it's an issue nonetheless if you want to get your point across and involve somebody else. So the next part of that is once we have an issue, we go to the speaker. The issue is always going to be the speaker's issue. So the speaker has to come up and say, I'm willing to be transparent, I'm willing to be honest, I'm willing to be open. But I got to make sure that the atmosphere is open for me to be honest. Because communication will be dead in the beginning if you don't have an atmosphere ready, which we'll get into that. But the speaker has to be honest. When you talk, you have to be honest and you have to lead with two things. The behavior and the feelings. Right? You cannot just come with the behavior because then it becomes a court case. And we don't want court cases in the house. So, for instance, and I'm doing this for the people who volunteer because you guys are on to model this for us, okay? So, let's just say Camille came home and she didn't do the dishes, right? The first thing I'm going to say is, because you didn't do the dishes, it made me feel not like I'm not bad.
Can we just swap that? You came home and didn't do the dishes. That's a little more authentic. So you came home and did the dishes. And then I'll say,
Okay. You just did that and made me feel. But I can't get rid of her. I can get rid of Teddy. Okay, so here's the thing though. I'll say behavior and feelings. Because you want your partner to focus on the feeling, not the behavior. Because they focus on the feeling, then it's about you, right? It's about making you feel better than what you feel right now. So for instance, if I came to her and I said, I feel bad because you did this, she's not looking at what did I do. She's looking at, well, how can I make you feel good? And because of that, we get to the listener part. The listener part is going to be, wow, you know, I didn't know you were feeling bad. So anytime somebody tells you something as a partner, that's valuable information. You don't want to turn it into a negative situation, which most people do. They get defensive. Oh, I cannot believe you blaming me. Oh, I can't believe it's my fault. Then all of a sudden now we're in court, right? I object. No, that's not what happened. And that's not what you want to do. You want to go toward the feeling because even if you object and you win that argument and you're 100% right, you still have a person whose feelings haven't been validated. And you want to deal with that. So listeners have to create an environment to where the atmosphere is safe. You know, the responsibility on the listener is to stay objective. Right? I don't care if you're right or wrong at this point. I just want to know if you can understand the feeling. If you can understand the feeling, the communication has worked, right? But a lot of times we don't even try to go deep enough to do that. So the next part is once you understand the feeling, now it's time to act. And that's squarely on the listener. Right? But the speaker has a role to play. The listener has to be the one to act. I want you to do the dishes, Marcus, because it makes me feel like this. I don't want you to feel like this, so let me do the dishes. Does it make sense? Or is this too... Okay, so my thing is we can get out of arguments all day long if we just act. All right? On the feeling, not the behavior. Because the feeling will make you do whatever for your spouse. Okay. So do y'all understand that? Speaker, listener, action, right? Okay, so where's my volunteers at? I'm going to give you guys a problem. And I want you guys to use a format, all right? And I really want you to have a problem, right? So you got to state it in behavior and feeling, right? And you're listening for what? The feeling. Okay, there you go. You're already there.
So the behavior is what is happening and how, like the situation that's going on, and then the feeling is how I'm feeling.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. He forgot to pick the kids up from school.
Wow.
And
There's a safety issue there too.
So you had to go get the kids and stop what you was doing to get the kids because he forgot.
Okay. Am I supposed to be upset?
Oh, absolutely. That's a feeling.
Okay. So, babe.
Yeah.
The kids, what happened? What happened today? Because you were supposed to pick up the kids, and I got a call from the school, and they were left at the school. And I was on a conference call for cooking time, and now I had to stop the conference call to go get Ami out.
Okay, now what didn't you do? What, don't answer. What did she do?
Feeling.
Right. Do y'all understand
I'm
it?
feeling like you weren't taking what I had to do as important, that I had this conference call and then I'm running it, so I had to stop what I was doing, close it down to make sure our kids were safe. And so I'm feeling like you didn't have my back, and I'm also feeling like our kids didn't feel like they were valued.
Okay, pass the mic. Whoever has the mic is the talker, the speaker.
Sweetie, I'm so sorry. Like, I know I didn't go pick up the kids, but it wasn't my intention to make you feel like I didn't have your back. And obviously, I value the kids, so I'm gonna make a reminder next time so that doesn't happen again.
Okay. Now, what's another option you can do if you didn't have a solution? You came up with a solution, which is great. But just imagine you didn't have a solution. What would you do at that point?
What do you think we can do to make sure that doesn't happen again?
You can come up with anything.
Well, I'll send you what I know what we could do, we could create a night once a week where we go through our whole calendar of events for that week and then set Google reminders for each of us.
Excellent. Excellent. You guys are good. I appreciate it. But do you understand? We're laughing, we're joking because it's very simple. But you know, 99.9% of the time, that's not what happens.
It's never good enough.
It's not, because somebody is fighting the behavior and not the feeling, right? Because if I slam a door, if I walk out, if I look crazy, if I roll my eyes, we're going to follow that. Oh, what you upset? What's going on? And all of a sudden, we forgot about the feeling, right? Because we're following the behavior. I'm trying to get you guys, even if they do all that, and you got this storm around you, stop and ask the basic question, how did that make you feel? And stay there. Because once you ask a person that and they go there, it's going to be hard for them to be mean and ugly and nasty. Because now you're caring about the feeling. You really value what I'm saying and what happened to me in my day. So great job. Alex, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Absolutely ready. Let's go. I love Alex, and because Alex is bilingual too, by the way. So he's bilingual, so he's very talented.
Just me?
No, you gotta bring the other half.
You realize the personality.
So, am I doing this in another language?
No, it's not gonna be in Spanish.
This is a free session right now?
This is free. Okay. I want you guys to use the kids being, how can I say it, unmanageable. So you have the problem, and the problem is, I'm at home all day with the kids, and my God, they drive me crazy. I need help from you. That's your problem. So pass to the mic.
This is a real life scenario. Okay, so I call in the middle of work day. Alex, now will not take a nap. I have dishes to do. I need to. Is that what I'm?
That's
I just
it.
have a problem, but it's not necessarily related to him.
No?
Okay. I'm so stressed out. I need this boy to nap. He won't nap. I'm really frustrated.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry you're feeling frustrated, Jen. That sounds like a difficult problem. What can I do, or what can we do to help you get through this?
Come on, keep it going. This is playing tennis with communication, right? Let's go.
Okay, so maybe we need to sit down and brainstorm about how I can have some extra help for a couple hours during the day so I can get done what I need to get done.
Okay. So she just gave you a solution. Now what you do?
Okay, great. Why don't we just go ahead and set that up right now?
Okay, now let's stop right there though. And I like Alex because this is real life stuff. But what if she said we don't have the money for it? Then what happens? Now we got to make sure we remain on the feelings, but then come up with an alternate solution, right? Because that right there in itself will cause an argument. What do you mean we don't have the money? And now they're fighting about what? Subsequent problem, which is not really the real problem, right? So you always have, in your relationship, you always have to remind yourself, what is the real problem? Because if not, we'll be going to divorce court about something that's not even a problem. So if you came back and said, we don't have the money, what would you have said? We don't have the money for that, Jenny. You just got to figure it out.
What are other options? What else would we